The world is weird.
And/or wonderful.
And I'm taking my curious pal, Ryan Bergara, around to explore every last little bit of it.
Say, where are we?
Take a look around you, brother. We're at Baron Hats. Downtown Los Angeles, California. Riddle me this, riddle me that. What goes on your head? Well, it's easy. A hat. Since caveman put a big funny leaf on his head to shield himself from sky water, humankind has simply fallen in love with hats. And how far they've come. But how are they made? How are they really made? Have you seen a hat made? I bet you haven't. Well, today we're at Baron Hats to see exactly that. A Tinseltown staple, Baron Hats has been crafting high-quality custom hats for film productions and regular folks alike since 1989. We hat down with current owner Mark Mahia to learn more. Hats, hats, hats!
Oh my God.
That's what now, you couldn't tell from looking at it, it's because Ryan's actually wearing a hat.
That's right.
I'm a big hat guy, but I thought I shouldn't wear a hat here today because we're going to be surrounded by so many and it would feel wrong to just wear just one hat. You know?
He just is making excuses. He's forgotten.
I'm not. I swear I have hats.
He's not prepared
and
for the
a lot
shoot.
of hats. So, Mark, can you tell us about Baron Hats?
Ryan Bergara, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Mark Mahia, nice to meet you as
Strong
well.
grip.
Oh, I'm
You're
Shane.
very strong.
Nice to meet you, Shane.
Is it a requirement
Previously.
for haberdashery to have very strong forearms? You have very strong
Yeah,
forearms.
well, you know, hat making is a lot of physical work, and you're going to see
I can
that.
tell.
Yeah. Oh,
I can
yeah.
tell.
I don't have to use a 24-hour fitness. I just right here.
Hey, man, it's working. Whatever you're doing, you should keep doing it.
So, how did Baron Hats start?
So Eddie Barron, the original owner, started here in late 50s, early 60s.
Big time for hats.
Yeah, so he worked at Western Costume as a full hat maker, and he branched on his own sometime in the 70s, and then he opened his own shop on Burbank Boulevard, and that's where it was for 25 years. 93, 94, I was an apprentice underneath him.
Really?
Yeah, and then I bought the business and the shop in 1995. That's the short, condensed version of it. But
Before you got to the company, had you taken an interest in hats before that? How does one get into it?
I was working at LA Unified School District, and I was running out of, our department was running out of money. I was in the science department. And we
Just
were
laughing at your question.
Hey,
do you like hats?
No, I'm
do you
curious,
like hats?
Oh, yeah.
Well, like
Do you
you
like
said,
doing this?
Yeah.
Do you like doing this?
So LA Unified School District to hats.
Right, yeah, so
What's the journey?
our budget was running out in the science department, which I was in. And
Science department. Wow. How do you get from that to hats?
He's crazy right now. Look at his eyes.
It's a good question.
at the end of the day, I called a friend of mine that was in the hat business in New York, and he said, hey, this is a good idea for you. I think you'd be a good fit. You like working with your hands, you're creative, blah, blah, blah. Because of logistics back in those days, there was really no room for us, really. It was just too difficult, the space.
It's a crowded space.
Yeah. So I found this hat maker in Burbank that was willing to take me on as an apprentice. So sweeping the floors, cleaning the windows, and learning little bits and bits about hat making. And then there we are, so.
Wow, that's a really interesting journey.
Is this a competitive environment? Like, are there other hat makers that you have a rivalry with?
Nowadays, because of social media, you know, you could become a filmmaker or a hat maker or an actor or anything in a very short period of time. So I was the only hat maker, one of the only hat makers in the early 90s. And now there's 50, I don't know, or more here in LA, if not more.
Still, it seems like you guys are the premier hat maker
it seems
in
like
Los
it.
Angeles.
Yeah, well, 70% of what we do is motion picture and television. They know who we are. They know where we've been.
What now?
You know,
Movies, Ryan. We're a couple of film heads, so we're excited. I mean, I saw some of the hats that you got around here. I didn't want to spoil myself before we start walking around.
Yeah, all the posters most of the posters, we had some part in that production. You see Django Unchained, you see
Tombstone too, brother.
So Tombstone.
Oh,
you see,
shit.
So all of those hats, the principals use are hats that we made. You know,
That is insane.
He loves Tombstone. Go do some line.
Good,
Ryan, do some lines.
Yeah.
Here's some
Here
Doc
he goes.
Holliday, here's some Doc. I'm your Huckleberry.
Let's say a production comes to you and says, oh, you know, we got this period piece. Do you guys have to like go all in on research to find out like how, or do they provide you with stuff? How does it work?
it all depends. You know, Oppenheimer, we did the hat for Oppenheimer.
Christopher Nolan was like, it must be just like this, you know.
He's very particular.
Yeah.
And that hat, I mean, that's got the spotlight in that movie. There's like a scene of him going like, huh?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Did you talk to Chris Nolan personally?
Oh yeah. Sure, of course. Yeah, I work
That's
with him.
crazy. I know him a little bit too. I saw his movie.
Yeah.
I saw Inception 11 times
I
in
saw it
theaters
about
the
like
summer
5
that
times.
it came out.
I haven't
11
met him personally.
from me.
Wow.
It was a
lot of time on your hands.
That was very single.
All right.
You said you also get like people coming in for just, do you do custom hats? Do you have like a wide variety of styles? If someone comes in and says, I want this, can you make a dream happen, or do you?
I mean, that's really what makes it so unique. I mean, we really work with felt and straw. We also do cutting and sewing, so we can make hats almost out of anything. So I'm a hat maker or haberdasher in one respect, and I'm also a milliner because I can make women's hats, which is women hat making.
Oh, I know that. I didn't realize that. So haberdasher is primarily men's hats?
Men's hats primarily, yeah.
And a milliner.
And
I looked up haberdashery before this on Wikipedia, and I'm surprised you're not as mad as I thought you would be.
Oh, I am. Oh, don't worry.
On average, how long does it take to make a hat?
It just depends on what kind of hat it is, and if it's aged or it's not aged, does it have a bullet hole? But anywhere from a week to 2 weeks to make the hat from start to finish.
Do you shoot hats with a gun to get the bullet hole?
Of course.
Do you like say?
I mean, don't you guys? Do you
say a bullet hole? I guess
that's how you do it. Do you say funny little like '90s one-liners when you do it? Like, you know,
hats
hello,
enough.
Yeah.
That's good, dude. That's good.
Don't hit the mic. That's good. I'm excited to see what you got here.
Yeah, welcome to Baron Hats.
Oh boy! You ready to see some hats, brother?
I'm ready. I'm ready to see some hats.
All right. Well, let's promenade.
Lights, camera, lights, camera, action. With a robust understanding of Baron Hat's rich history, it was time to peep some famous hats from the pictures.
I cannot wait to look at
I
these
know.
hats.
Just looking at the wall of posters, I'm seeing a lot of things I love. I see Justified. Hello, Raylan.
This is the next one's coming fast.
We got this, and I'm very
Are
excited
you serious? That's the mask.
The
hat.
Rubber Man himself.
Oh my! I'm like a dog gnawing at my enclosure right now. This is crazy.
So they did the mask hat.
Yeah, right. This was before my time.
I was going to say 94 is about when you hopped on board.
Right.
So.
Yeah. So I was in the very beginning of my apprenticeship, and Eddie made the hat for the mask.
The mask is a big role model for me. If I had one wish from a genie, it would be for me to get the mask. Be the green guy.
My wish would be for you not to get the mask because I.
What if I let you use it?
Okay then.
And now on something like this, we've got this. May I?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
We've got this nice, I don't know what you'd call that.
It's cording. It's a type of cording, yeah. Awesome. We make in-house.
Like ground up, you guys are making the cording and everything?
Yeah. So in the back, we have a braiding machine that actually braids the cording itself. So when I say thread to fruition, I really mean that.
Truly bespoke.
You know?
And like little buttons like this, where do you source those?
Right.
Where do you find those?
We have a silversmith. For Baron hats to exist, we actually have lots of little craftsmen, and I say little, I mean craftspeople that actually help us.
Not like elves.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, kind of like.
One button coming up, sir. There you go.
The button's really big.
Yeah, because they're tiny.
Right, so we have to recreate components that some things we don't do here.
Yeah.
So we have components that come from all over the world.
I guess that makes sense considering you're trying to make these authentic hats. You know,
Right.
Hats come from all over. So
Right, yeah.
Have you ever made a hat for Owen Wilson?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did he say wow?
Whoa! Wow.
Did he say wow when you handed it to him?
Yeah, of course he said.
That would feel so good if you gave something to Owen Wilson and he went, wow.
Yeah.
He never wears a hat in those Cars films, but I'd love to see that. Just a big fedora.
Okay, we don't need to talk about cars. Keep it in your pants.
Wow. I mean, some of them have a lot more detail. For example, this particular cap, this leather is made out of lambskin. This is a reproduction of the one that Brad Pitt wore in Snatch.
Yes. Snatch.
You knew it was Snatch.
Yeah,
Yes,
of course.
Yeah, right.
Honestly, we should play a game. Every time you pick up a hat,
We try and guess?
We'll tell you what film it's from. Name that hat!
Okay, that's good.
Let me think. I'm guessing gangster film. It's giving gangster.
Is it giving gangster? Is he close?
Yeah.
Gangster.
You're getting it.
The vibe I'm feeling era-wise is more of a boardwalk empire. Close?
You're not close.
Pablo Escobar. No?
Nope.
Shit, okay.
Can you give us a hint?
The actor was also a pirate.
No, it's for Public Enemies. Johnny Depp.
Bingo, right.
Yeah,
so he walks out of the theater and this is where he gets gunned. Yeah, right. This is the hat.
Right in the back of the head.
Yeah.
He was like,
Did the hat get any bullet holes in it in that one?
No, that one didn't get me.
No?
No.
Yeah. Wow.
oh shit.
Oh boy. You what?
Titanic?
There's an N on it.
I tried to boom him. I tried to boom him there.
Is that a hint, the N? 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea?
For the Nautilus? Is it? Damn it.
Apple pie! I can't believe I got that. Is it an N for Nemo or Nautilus?
Nemo.
Makes sense.
Oh boy, okay, so here's our final hat. And this, by the way, is just beautiful. I'm at a loss for, look at this.
I'm wanting to buzz in, but I don't want to.
With all the embroidery is done here in house.
Oh my God, this is tough.
This is very tough. And it's
This is called Chain Stitch. It's worn by a woman. The film was relatively recent, in the past 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
Oh my God, now I'm very stumped.
And the actress that wore it plays lots of diverse characters. She, in some things, carry a club, and she's rough, and she has pink ponytails.
What?
Is it from Nomadland?
No.
I never saw that movie, so I don't know if anyone wears a hat in it.
She was in something very recently, very pink.
Is it Margot Robbie?
It's Margot Robbie, but I just don't know what.
What else was she in?
It begins with an
Suicide
A.
Squad. Oh.
It begins with an A.
Oh, Amsterdam.
Yes.
Yes!
You got it.
In your face!
Amsterdam.
In your face! In your face!
I didn't see it. I wanted to see the scene where Taylor Swift got crushed by
I
a
have seen that
car.
several times.
That looked funny. Wow.
Wow. Beautiful hat.
Gorgeous.
I tell you, there's one that might be probably the most expensive hat you've ever seen.
What? Okay, I'm listening.
This one goes way up in space. Let me grab it for you so you guys can see it.
Way up in space.
This is the best day of my life.
This is really
This is
fun.
the best day of my
And
life.
it's nice because look, we're a couple of cinephiles, and that means we like movies.
This guy.
Okay? Yeah,
This guy. Oh my God. Look at the chunkiness of that.
Now
brim.
this is a. Oh, it's got like a zipper.
It's like a zipper. You can
Right.
hide like.
So this
you
is
know,
a very unique hat.
And it's authentic. It actually went
This went into space.
way up.
Is this Apollo 13 hat?
No?
I like the zipper and the stuff in the brim. You could hide like a laid out fruit roll up in
Yeah,
there.
what is that?
So this is the most expensive hat you've ever seen. This is a $250,000 baseball cap. So this hat, this is a prototype. I used to work at JPL and NASA for this special project. So this is a cap that all of the
actual
astronauts,
astronaut?
yeah, they had these uncomfortable headsets on. So they came to me to create a baseball hat that they could actually fly into space. All the technology is back at JPL now on display, but here was a camera that went to mission control so that they could help guide the astronauts. So they flew the space shuttle with this cap. They could actually fly it.
That is incredible.
So
the
in here was
zipper, does that house
all
like
this,
wiring
yeah,
and stuff?
It did in its
but not
day.
for Rolex.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Keep your goldfish
So
crackers in there.
basically the computer was in here. There was a convex mirror here that they could go boop and they could see, and it would blow the screen up. Here was the screen of the computer. And basically, this is a prototype that we were building at, and I had a little small lab at JPL.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool little story.
Very cool. Oh, I'm seeing some Diane Keaton over here.
Oh, I'm sure she has a lot of
She
hats.
ever stop by?
Of course.
She's probably set the world record for owning hats. Her
She's like if a
Timothy
hat
Oliphant.
became a person.
Yeah.
Just like, and now that's
And
her.
she knows it too. I mean,
Look
you
at
can
that.
see her
She's
here.
wearing 6 hats at the same time.
This is a big one.
Okay, so let's just almost break everything in here.
Sorry, I'm getting too excited. And now we're sort of over here, we're getting into some pretty whimsical territory.
This is a hat we did for David Lee Roth for one of the tours.
Okay.
This one is
Well, collapsible?
collapsible top hat, you know.
I've always wanted one of those,
yeah.
but I don't think I would ever wear it.
This is
You've always wanted a collapsible top hat? That's been like on your
I mean,
wish
when
list?
you're younger and you want to be a magician, you know?
We do a lot of reproductions of films and movies that we work on. So this is a reproduction of The Walking Dead.
I thought so. It
Yeah.
looked like it.
Yeah.
I was, oh man. It's
Once
the
we
hat
do a
that
movie,
Carl wears, right?
Yes. And so we actually
Carl.
make the reproduction of the hat that we made for the show.
And you made the hats for Westworld as well, which is awesome because there's
Yeah.
literally a scene in that show where they decide, are they going to be white hat, or are they going to be black hat, are they going to be a good guy or a bad guy?
Yeah.
Do you have either of those here?
This is like the Westworld hat.
Wow. That's got to be so cool. Do you feel like a beaming sense of pride every time you see these in these iconic productions, your creations?
I mean, when I have time to see them, I do.
Did you see Oppenheimer in theaters? You saw
Not
it
yet,
eventually?
not yet. I'm going to see it.
You haven't seen Oppenheimer?
I
and
know.
You made the hat?
I know.
The hat gets such a dedicated scene of him
Yeah.
being like, it's
It's
hat
a-
time.
There's a
Doesn't
suit
it-
up scene.
Doesn't
It's
he
a literal
say-
Batman
doesn't he
suit up
say
scene.
it's hat time?
No, he doesn't say
Oh,
it's
I thought
hat
he said
time.
that
No,
way.
I have a reproduction of it here, too.
no. Where?
It's hat time.
Oh, we walked right past it.
May I hold this?
Yes, sure. This hat was created in such a way that we had to tell the people that make the blanks there's a certain amount of fur in it because we want it to be super light.
Yeah.
So this is 100% natural beaver with no dyes or additives
Beaver?
or anything. Yeah.
Beaver. Yeah, Ryan likes the way they slap their tail.
I do like the way they slap their
Wow,
tail.
that is really nice. So
Gotta be a shame if this went missing after today.
Wow.
Oh my God.
So is this? I'm curious.
Okay, I'm getting nervous. You get hold of it.
Like, is this? Because clearly back in the day, Oppenheimer like bought his hat from somewhere.
Wow.
Is this like aping a specific brand from back then?
In our
Just
research,
photos,
we
or-
took historical photos of it. The costumer was trying to accomplish a specific silhouette.
Yeah.
We did our best to try to listen to what they wanted to accomplish, and that's how we ended up landing on this particular
That is
hat.
absolutely incredible.
Well, this has been illuminating, but would you mind taking us behind the scenes to
Yes.
show us the wonderful Willy Wonka style factory where all
Sure,
these
it'd
hats
be
are
my
made?
pleasure. Yeah.
Okay, let's get back there.
Okay.
Seeing so many famous hats left us reeling, dizzy, on the verge of puking our guts out. Luckily, there was more to see, and so we headed into the belly of the beast to see how the sausage was really made.
This is where the magic
I
happens.
was just gonna say, here's where
This is where the magic happens. It's because it's where it happens, you know.
Here we are. This is the machine that does some of our leather work. This is an old Singer that it really works really well.
How old is it?
At least 80 years old.
I was
yeah.
gonna say, this looks
Yeah.
ancient.
And you'll see how it works right now.
Have you ever nicked yourself on this thing on the hand?
Oh yeah, it's only scars or toys.
Wow, man. That's intense.
That's how she works.
That's cool.
I gotta say, I love the look of her. I love the look
Yeah.
of an old tactile machine.
They don't make them like this anymore.
I'm sure they don't.
Is a lot of your equipment here sort of vintage?
Generally speaking, everything is very old. You know,
Especially if you're trying to
80
make
100
something
years old.
sort of
Yeah.
authentic.
All the equipment is for hat making is they don't make it anymore.
Right.
Generally speaking, they don't make it. This equipment is some of the original equipment from Eddie Barron. Some of it I brought on myself.
Is this just something you do to relieve stress over here?
Yeah,
That
take
as
it
well.
out.
Yeah. This is just a practice. This
I
is
see,
a practice sheet. This
That
is,
looks like a visual representation of my brain.
Yeah.
This is me every morning. Like I wake up with that. That's
yeah.
the starting plate. What's going on?
Oh no, what's going on over
So
here?
this is we're making grow right ribbon.
What? So you're making ribbon here?
Yeah, sure, right,
Holy
of course.
shit.
Yeah. So we're in the process of changing threads and colors and things. So here's the threads. and here's
Jesus
the wheels.
Christ!
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, when I said you make these all in house, I was like, well, they probably get the ribbon from somewhere else. But how is it doing all
Right.
this?
So it's weaving. This particular width of this ribbon is going to be
About 1.5.
1.5 inches. So there's about 220 needles. So all the thread comes in fed through here.
Oh my God.
And this actually weaves the threads into here, and this comes out here.
This probably
So
feels
incredible.
so.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So this is real men's
That's
woven
the real
ribbon made
deal.
out of 100% rayon. So back here is where more of the blocking happens.
So blocking, I'm curious about the term blocking. You said it earlier.
This is a blocking machine.
Yeah.
And in here is it creates the shape.
Whoa!
And it pulls and separates. I'll turn here.
So you steam it to soften
Soften
the
it,
material, make it a little more
softens it up.
flexible.
This is going to soften the material up. Just pull this down and locks here.
Wow.
Pushes pressure, pull this out. This actually softens it, actually makes the hat.
Smells good. Smells very good.
And do you use the blocks for all of the shape, or do you ever get in there with your hands and kind of?
Oh yeah, this is only for size and just general shape, right? But
gotcha.
the rest of it's going to happen when we actually do the hand shape.
So I noticed a lot of these raw sort of shapes. I was putting them on my head.
Right.
They got to be stretched a little bit.
They've got to go through a long process of actually getting size, shape, and color. These are the different shapes, the wooden molds that we use.
Wow.
And everything is live steam. So we got steam,
Whoa.
everything's got steam. Yeah, you guys gonna see it? Yeah. So this is the table, the blocking table we actually do the blocking on. So here's more steam. Everything is steam.
So much steam.
Can I?
Fire.
Can I?
Please, come on, right in. Yeah, easy. Yeah, there you go,
Choo-choo.
just like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Oh man.
right.
Wait,
Yeah.
may I?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, yeah.
Gentle,
Just-
gentle.
Yeah, don't all the way down. Just sort of.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, you did the noise.
I was too scared.
So something like that, I'm curious, because it actually tapers up.
Right.
You can't put a block in there, because then how do you get it out?
So these are called puzzle blocks.
Holy moly!
So when you block that, because it's tapered at the top,
You take them out one at a time, so then you can collapse it a
Right.
bit.
Then you take this out like this, and then
What the
and that's
holy-
how you get it. Otherwise, you couldn't get it out of the hat because it's bigger at the top than
right.
at the
That
bottom.
makes sense.
The neat thing about this is technology that's been
Around
They
forever.
figured out hundreds of years ago.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. When we make hats, generally speaking, we use these blocks that are like this.
Yeah.
They're the two basic shapes, regular oval and long oval. And everybody's head shaped differently. This is just generally,
true.
generally speaking, These are two basic shapes, but this is enough where the hat can self-conform. Once you wear it enough, they start to break in and begin to take the shape of your head. So now I'm going to show you some blocks like this that are probably, you may recognize some of them.
Wow. Don't even look, don't spoil
I can't wait, I can't wait.
Wow, you got a bunch of them down there. Now, Ryan, you're gonna lose your mind here.
Let's take a look at these blocks, these blockheads. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Leo, look how small Miley's head is.
Miley's got a little one.
I didn't know all these celebrities had these big holes in their head.
Yeah,
Got
of course.
Slash.
Are you kidding?
Will I Am
And
Val Kilmer.
this is cool.
You know, when you make yours, Shane, they're not gonna even have to put a label on it.
We'd be like, here we go.
You're gonna need to hire an assistant just to carry it.
Now, I heard tell that you might allow us to measure and make some hats.
Yeah, sure, of course. Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't even know that was a part of it.
That's
I just came here to look at some hats. I did
me
not
too.
expect to be
Walking out.
That is a dream upon dreams. So where do we begin?
So let's get the conformature out and let's get that process started right away.
Wow. Okay, let's do it.
Bergoose and I were enthralled at the prospect of getting our very own custom chapeau. To get things rolling, Mark brought out his vintage conformateur, a contraption of clockwork precision, meticulously designed to measure our melons.
You ready, Ryan?
Honestly, if I had known we were gonna get this up close and personal, I would not have ate the sour cream and onion lays that I had before this, but that's fine.
This is incredible.
So this is a conformature. It was made in the late 1800s.
This actual machine
Yeah.
was made, wasn't
that's
invented
crazy.
then. This is over 100 years old.
For sure, 100%. Yeah, it was made in France by Elie Millard. You can actually see his name right there written.
Yeah.
That's the gentleman that actually created this and made it. And this is the thing that we use to make all the blocks that you've seen.
It's crazy looking. Simultaneously, it looks like it's gonna be some sort of medieval torture device.
Yes,
But at the
right.
same time, I know this is gonna be very relaxing and I'm gonna have to fight falling asleep.
So I'm seeing here that basically you've got all these little pins, what have you, on the outside.
Right.
They're going to conform to the shape of the head, and then you've got like these pokes that will represent how far out they are and put the measurement up here.
That's what
Right.
those are for.
And then we're gonna cut that out and then we're gonna put it in the vermilion, which is what this is.
Yeah.
They go hand in hand, right? So
nailed
I'm gonna
it.
set this on your head, Ryan.
Okay.
And I'm gonna help you control it.
Yeah.
Ready?
Do they still make these?
Not like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa, that feels so weird. I
It
love
would be, it's kind of steampunk to just wear this.
Yeah, like
Oh,
steampunk.
it is.
Very
Oh, yeah.
steampunk.
This is very cool.
Okay, Ryan, got you.
Wow. Wow.
I'm so excited to see the shape.
There he is.
Whoa, you got a huge dent in your head.
That's crazy. I would never, looking at that, not knowing what we just did, think that's what you need for a head measurement. Like that.
Yeah, it's
is
pretty
a piece of
crazy.
paper.
No, right. That's why I brought this out. I know
It's so
that-
cool how simple it is,
Yeah.
you know?
That's one ticket for my head. Oh my gosh, this is so cool.
Push them all out. Does that go on the pins there?
Right.
I would watch this video on YouTube of just your hands, just doing this. Oh, I see how that works. That's
And then you lock
interesting.
them all down.
It's just as relaxing as I thought it would be. Wow, look at the weird little curvatures of my head.
Yeah.
What the? This is awesome.
There's your head, Ryan.
Wow, that
Wow.
looks great. Yeah.
Oh my God.
You put that next to Slash.
That's a big brain. That's
Well, I think the skull is very thick.
no, that's
yours
no,
at
no.
least.
I think the skull is probably maybe a centimeter thick.
Well, I'm excited to put our two next to each other, though. Just
Yeah.
see.
You ready?
Yes. Oh, that does feel good.
Right?
Yeah, you really got to
It
put
feels so good.
Yeah.
There. Okay, hang on.
Wow, you do look very steampunk.
Right? How far down is it supposed to go?
Right, one
right now
finger
it's on
above
my
it.
eyebrows.
Yeah, one finger above each here. Okay, here we go. Ready?
Oop. Yeah. I can cut it?
Yep.
Oh! I love a little arts and craft. Okay, here we go.
Just on the outside of those little dots.
Yeah, on the outside of them?
Carter's gonna fall asleep over there with the headphones on.
I guess we both got divots in our heads.
Yeah, your cutout kind of looks like the screen.
Edvard Munch.
That's right.
There's me.
That's Shane.
It's like I'm looking in a mirror.
Now that's the size of your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our heads actually look pretty similar in size.
I know. I was just thinking.
I guess it's tough, you know, my head would have to be huge for it to be
Yeah, that's true.
like a big, like a noticeable difference. It is bigger though. I mean, your head kind of goes to a point, like a little needle.
Yeah, like a like an acorn.
Yeah.
There you have it.
Look at those.
Shane and Ryan.
Wow. How about that? It's like a diploma from our day at school.
A little nuggie. Give it a nuggie.
Stupid.
Okay, so this is where we're gonna pick out essentially our fabric.
Yes.
Or the felt.
Yeah, the hat body.
The hat body. Now Ryan's got a few colors there. I feel like a navy would be kind of fun. Is that a common color for hats?
Navy
Can I
blue would
pull
be
off
good.
a navy?
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we have.
I'd be very curious what he thinks for me, because seeing this many colors, this is an anxious person's nightmare.
You gotta make a choice.
I'd be here for
Here's a navy.
something short of a
navy.
week.
This is a navy
Just
blue. This
picking
will
a
make a
color.
dress hat. This will make a fedora. Or Hamburg.
What's a
or
Hamburg?
bowler. Hamburg has got the center dent on both sides with no pinch.
No
and,
pinch.
and then it's got the brim that's kind of up like this.
I'm so glad you're here. I once looked up reviews for a beanie for an hour that I was holding in my hand before making the purchase.
If I want like a wide brim, would I go for more of the Western?
Right, yeah.
I feel like because I'm so tall,
Yeah.
a wide is nicer for me. Because I do have some shorter brimmed hats, so I thought I would like to explore maybe a wide.
Oh, it's fine. Great.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
Is that a
Yeah.
navy?
Yeah.
That's fair. Oh yes, navy. That's,
Yeah. There you go.
yeah, I'll go with that one.
Okay.
And Ryan, now it's time for you to make a choice.
Oh God.
This I prefer over the lighter color. I think this complements you better, this granite color.
Gotcha.
That's my opinion.
Then I'm gonna go with what you think, because I was
Okay.
between this or maybe even like an olive, but
This is very nice for him.
Yeah.
sure.
That's
Great.
very nice for you.
Great.
And you'll
Awesome.
have no regrets.
I have no regrets. I went with the professional.
Yeah. We got our bodies, baby.
Nice.
Okay.
So you're going to take this and you're just going to put a little bit of steam like this, give it a few seconds here, turn it like this,
Yeah.
and then you're going to force it onto this wooden block
Oh,
right
right
there.
on there. Okay.
Yeah.
I've watched so many YouTube videos of this. It's nice to finally do it in person. And now I'm gonna force it down on
Yeah,
there?
yeah, you're going to step down off of here and yeah, there you go. And force it down on there.
Further?
Yep.
I'm squishing it.
That's good. That's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
How far down?
Now that's where the work comes in.
Oh yeah, you might wanna
Yeah.
get in on this.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't steam it enough. It's sort of peanut shaped. Okay.
Oh, what is that? A boomerang?
Yeah, kind of like that. Kind of like that. It can be used, when people get out of line, they have shot. Whack.
Whack 'em.
So you're going to hold this like this.
Yeah.
You use this to keep your fingers away from the steam.
What in the?
Yeah. And now it's gonna go down. You see it push it down? Okay. I was afraid to get that rough with it. You want me to do it?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm not doing. You're putting me to work again.
I feel like you should do mine so we have a point of reference for what it
I
would
can
look
do
like.
that. Sure.
Nice.
Oh yeah, it does get toasty.
Oh yeah. You got to watch it. That goes on that. There you go. Right. Just there you go. Yeah, you got it. Right.
Oh, you did that. I think I missed the window.
Okay.
Oh, it's just so much faster the way he does it.
Very fluid, his motion.
Very fluid.
Yeah.
I'm so nervous about bending it in a bad way, but I guess you could just steam
No.
it out and it's fine.
Yeah, you can't. You're not going to hurt them.
And also look at his movement too, bending the brim
Oh yeah, just a
Forceful.
lot more. Yeah.
with intent.
Right down there.
You kind of look like my dog when he tries to hump the couch.
Yeah, that's what I felt like.
There you have it.
Yeah.
So that's the beginning of the crown.
So now it's nice and
Yeah, there's these other processes and procedures that'll go along the way. You put a cord on here to hold it in place, and it's gonna go around like that. See?
Oh, I didn't realize the cord actually had a functional purpose.
Sure.
and then tighten it up.
Right.
This is so relaxing watching.
I know. It's the
him do this.
steam, you know?
I'm like,
It's like watching a campfire almost.
I know. It's really something.
Then we just begin to brim
Oh, so now, yeah,
See?
okay. I love
This
ironing.
is much more friendly. Iron is, this is unforgiving. This,
Yeah, I'm nervous. Damn, that is an intense iron.
I know. I wish I had this at home. I've always got to take the ironing board out, and then you take the iron out, and then you got to let it warm up. I just need one from the screen. I got to be like, yeah, that's nice.
now you're getting it.
Well, I iron a lot. It's a de-stressor for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I feel good about that.
Now you can see it's beginning to take form and take shape a little bit. It looks a little bit better,
Yeah.
right, than it did in,
It does.
Absolutely.
in the other form.
Look at that steam coming up.
Beautiful. Okay, Ryan.
Oh God. Okay, let's do it.
Yeah. And don't be afraid to manhandle the felt.
Yeah, you're not going to hurt it. Yeah.
Nice and steamy. All right,
Okay.
that feels sufficient.
Yep. Now it's going to go on the block. Right. There you go. Yep.
Get on there. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Get. Almost on.
Almost. You did better than me.
Yeah. This is going to be. You're going to push it down a little further. Okay.
You sound like a little choo-choo.
I know. Choo choo.
Oh shit, you dropped your wooden banana. Oh, you can use this, I think, to help.
Yeah,
Remember the
use
way he
that.
would like
Yeah,
had it and
use
then
that.
pulled
Right.
it around. Yeah, you're doing great. I think you learned a lot from watching me do it, and
That's what it was. That's
Yeah.
probably what it was.
you want to take us home with this, Mark?
Yeah.
I can see why you're so jacked.
Yeah.
You've got to put some elbow grease into this.
Yeah. You know, they wonder why they're so expensive.
I was gonna say, yeah.
They're a lot of work to make.
You're probably so resistant to the heat of that steam at this point, I bet. Like, he's not even stepping off the pedal. He's just
No.
going all gas, no brakes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, 'cause
I saw that first push. It was
Yeah,
like,
it was
shoom.
good. I was concerned about my hands getting burned by touching the hat
yeah,
after
yeah.
the steam. Oh, the speed.
Now he's gonna.
Look at that speed.
I'm gonna iron. The ironing's fun.
Ironing does look fun.
That's a toasty one,
super
Ryan. Watch out for that steam. Okay. You had a nice flourish with that, a nice sweeping motion.
Yeah, I'm trying to make a living.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful.
It has a smell that smells like a lot of the haunted places we go into.
Oh,
Because of
interesting.
the moisture on the fabric.
Oh, interesting. Yes. That looks pretty flat.
Looks flat enough.
Yeah,
You gotta finish
that's
it off. That's good. Well, there we go. Where do we go from here?
You decide what kind of hat we're going to build. That'll dictate how wide the brim is going to be, and then we actually cut the brim, and then the burning or the sanding of the fur to make it smooth. This is some of the process. So from here, it's still too wet.
Yeah.
So from this, after all those other things happen, and this gets dry and cured, then we actually can give it to a shape, and I'll show you just a brief demonstration so you can see it, right?
Oh, it's so crazy. I really like.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's.
That's cool.
Wow. Yeah, it's so incredible that it's all just by hand for the most part. And I'm sure there's other like wooden pieces to,
Oh, you
to give
can.
it form.
Sure you can.
Wow.
Look at that.
But you get the idea, right? Now we're
Yeah.
starting to get a little bit of a shape
Yes.
to the hat, and then, you know, of course, you just take the brim and you can,
That out.
then,
That's crazy.
Try it on.
I could try that on.
yeah, it doesn't have a sweatband.
ways to-
Yeah, there you go.
It really works for you. Yeah.
It's a bit big at the moment.
Yeah, it doesn't have. It needs a sweatband. It needs a lot of other little things, but
But, you know, you get the idea.
You look like Huckleberry
Jinx
Hound.
it. I can't believe you just did this with your hands.
I know, it's very impressive.
And it feels so firm at this point.
Yeah. So from here, the hats are going to go on a beautiful journey.
Yep,
About what's the turnaround time on these things usually? You guys are probably pretty busy.
6 to 8 weeks, generally speaking. Approximately from the time it dries and cures, the time it gets the finishing that we need to do to oil it and to put all the trim on the inside, the sweatband, the lining, and then there you have it. Then you'll have your own custom hats. You basically did.
That's
Beautiful. Well, I can't thank you enough for having us here today.
This has been incredible.
We had a great time here. This is very cool.
It was my pleasure. Thanks for coming and visiting Baron Hats.
And I might be stopping by in the future. I know I'll start, maybe I'll bump into Oliphant while I'm here.
Yeah, that's right. Timothy Oliphant comes in the Baron
He's
Hats.
a hat guy, and I wouldn't mind trading some stories with him.
That would be nice.
But thank you again, Mark. This was so fun.
Our
Thank
pleasure.
you for having us. It was
Thanks so
awesome.
much again, guys.
I tip my cap, but I'll do it for both of us.
Hey folks, if you want to watch the full season of Weird Wonderful World right now, ad-free, along with other bonus content, head over to watchertv.com to subscribe and see all our content a whole month early.
Wow! Thanks, estranged producer Shane Madej.
And who are you?
You know who I am, you piece of shit.
Who's this guy?
I thought we were friends.